Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A person who is tricked or swindled. An unfortunate person who suffers from some adverse circumstance. Fool or hoax. The immigrant was duped because he trusted everyone. A person who is tricked or swindled. Characteristic of or meant for a single person or thing. An individual serving. Being or characteristic of a single thing or person. Individual drops of rain. A human being. Separate and distinct from others of the same kind. Mark the individual pages. Concerning one person exclusively. We all have individual cars. A single organism. A human being. There was too much for one person to do. A grammatical category used in the classification of pronouns, possessive determiners, and verb forms according to whether they indicate the speaker, the addressee, or a third party. Stop talking about yourself in the third person. A human body, usually including the clothing. A weapon was hidden on his person. The immaterial part of a person, the actuating cause of an individual life. Deep feeling or emotion. A human being. A secular form of gospel that was a major black musical genre in the 1960s and 1970s. Soul was politically significant during the civil rights movement. The human embodiment of something. The soul of honor. A human being. Causing or capable of causing death. Mortal combat. A human being. Involving loss of divine grace or spiritual death. Subject to death. Mortal beings. Unrelenting and deadly. Mortal enemy. A human being. Not auspicious, boding ill. A person who suffers misfortune. Not favored by fortune, marked or accompanied by or resulting in ill fortune. An unfortunate turn of events. Unsuitable or regrettable. An unfortunate choice of words. A person who suffers misfortune. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. A person who lacks good judgment. Fool or hoax. You can't fool me. A professional clown employed to entertain a king or nobleman in the Middle Ages. Spend frivolously and unwisely. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. Indulge in horseplay. The bored children were fooling about. Make a fool or dupe of. A victim of ridicule or pranks. Astrology. A person who is born while the sun is in Capricorn. The 10th sign of the zodiac. The sun is in this sign from about December 22nd to January 19th. Any of numerous agile ruminants related to sheep but having a beard and straight horns. Fool or hoax. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. Mostly white aquatic bird having long pointed wings and short legs. Make a fool or dupe of. A defenseless victim. A defenseless victim. A sweet, innocent, mild-mannered person, especially a child. English essayist, 1775 to 1834. A person easily deceived or cheated, especially in financial matters. Give birth to a lamb. The ewe lambed. The flesh of a young domestic sheep eaten as food. Young sheep. A victim of ridicule or pranks. Celebrate by some ceremony or observation. The citizens mark the anniversary of the revolution with a march and a parade. Insert punctuation marks into. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Assign a grade or rank to, according to one's evaluation. Mark homework. Remove from a list. A symbol of disgrace or infamy. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain. A visible indication made on a surface. Some previous reader had covered the pages with dozens of marks. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. A number or letter indicating quality, especially of a student's performance. She made good marks in algebra. A perceptible indication of something not immediately apparent, as a visible clue that something has happened. Something that exactly succeeds in achieving its goal. Hit the mark. An indication of damage. Formerly the basic unit of money in Germany. A distinguishing symbol. The owner's mark was on all the sheep. Apostle and companion of St. Peter, assumed to be the author of the second gospel. To accuse or condemn or openly or formally or brand as disgraceful. A marking that consists of lines that cross each other. Make small marks into the surface of. A reference point to shoot at. His arrow hit the mark. The shortest of the four Gospels in the New Testament. Put a check mark on or near or next to. Mark off the units. Be a distinctive feature, attribute, or trait, sometimes in a very positive sense. Attach a tag or label to. Notice or perceive. Mark my words. Mark with a scar. Make underscoring marks. A written or printed symbol, as for punctuation. His answer was just a punctuation mark. Designate as if by a mark. This sign marks the border. Make or leave a mark on. The scouts marked the trail. The impression created by doing something unusual or extraordinary that people notice and remember. It was in London that he made his mark. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. The human face, kisser, and smiler, and mug, are informal terms for face, and fizz is British. The quantity that can be held in a mug. Rob at gunpoint or with the threat of violence. I was mugged in the streets of New York last night. With handle and usually cylindrical. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. A victim of ridicule or pranks. A person of unquestioning obedience. Act as a stooge, in a compliant or subordinate manner. He stooged for the flamboyant senator. Act as the stooge. His role was to stooge for the popular comedian. Cruise in slow or routine flights. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. Hard candy on a stick. A drinker who sucks, as at a nipple or through a straw. An organ specialized for sucking nourishment or for adhering to objects by suction. A shoot arising from a plant's roots. Flesh of any of numerous North American food fishes with toothless jaws. Mostly North American freshwater fishes with a thick-lipped mouth for feeding by suction, related to carps. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. A victim of ridicule or pranks. Lie adjacent to another or share a boundary. A joint made by fastening ends together without overlapping. Finely ground tobacco wrapped in paper, for smoking. Thick end of the handle. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. He deserves a good kick in the butt. To strike, thrust or shove against. He butted his sister out of the way. The small unused part of something, especially the end of a cigarette that is left after smoking. Sports equipment consisting of an object set up for a marksman or archer to aim at. A large cask, especially one holding a volume equivalent to 2 hogsheads or 126 gallons. Place end to end without overlapping. The frames must be butted at the joints. The part of a plant from which the roots spring or the part of a stalk or trunk nearest the roots. Someone injured or killed in an accident. An accident that causes someone to die. A decrease of military personnel or equipment. Someone injured or killed or captured or missing in a military engagement. A person who is the aim of an attack, especially a victim of ridicule or exploitation, by some hostile person or influence. Everyone was fair game. Someone you feel sorry for. Perform some wicked deed. A person who is hunted. Someone injured or killed in an accident.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.